You know you wanna.
The Wanna team recently hit New York City and attended the Tribeca Film Festival premiere screening of the upcoming film The Phenom, directed by Noah Buchel, starring Oscar-nominated actors Ethan Hawke and Paul Giamatti.
Phenom? I said Phenom. I think it's Phenom. I think. It's a really good point. I say Phenom. That's me.
We'll go with whatever Paul Giamatti says. The Phenom is a story about a major league rookie pitcher who loses control over his pitching and is sent down to the minor leagues.
You want to be the best?
What time is it?
Do you want to be the best?
Yeah, sure.
The time is now.
Actor Johnny Simmons, who's best known for Jennifer's Body and The Perks of Being a Wallflower, plays Hopper Gibson, a rookie pitcher who falls off his game. Simmons revealed he took on a vigorous training schedule and physically transformed his body for the role.
For this one, I was 175 pounds. Obviously, that's all completely gone now. Egg whites, a lot of working out, like your life becomes about working out, but I've never been able to put on weight, so it was nice to have a trainer and like a food meal plan and all that set up for me. But yeah, I wish I was that big now.
Johnny can throw a 75-mile-per-hour fastball. The actor actually can throw a 75-mile-per-hour fastball. I think that's impressive, the guy can throw. He'd never thrown a baseball in his life before. He learned how to do it. I think that's amazing. I couldn't do that. Even when I was younger, I couldn't have done that.
In The Phenom, the troubled pitcher is forced to attend sessions with an unorthodox sports psychologist, Dr. Mobley, played by the incredibly talented Paul Giamatti.
I like genre films. I like sports films. That's interesting. I thought it was an interesting story about, I'm always fascinated by those athletes or anybody who suddenly can't do the thing that they're gifted to do. The guy who can't throw the first base anymore, that's fascinating. But then it was a nice drama about a father and a son and stuff like that. And I like the director, I like the other actors.
This isn't the first time the Oscar-nominated actor portrayed a psychologist. Giamatti brilliantly transformed into Dr. Eugene Landy in the film Love and Mercy.
Now this is what happens, okay? No. You are not goddamn hungry. You think you're hungry.
Now, the other guy's not really a psychologist. He was kind of a psychopath and a con man. This guy is...
You're amazing in that, though. Just
thanks.
Fantastic.
Thanks.
So believable.
Oh, good. Thanks.
That Hampton scene.
Pretty horrible guy. No, this guy's genuine sports psychologist. And, he's got some problems himself. But, everybody in the movie is kind of somebody who doesn't quite live up to their potential.
Giamatti has portrayed a variety of memorable characters throughout his career, yet there's one role he'd still like to play.
I'd like to play the kind of Steve McQueen guy who never loses his cool. You know what I mean? Like the safe cracker or something. Like the getaway driver or something. Like a sniper or something. Somebody who's just super cool, never loses his cool. That would be nice.
You in real life?
I'm not like that, but I'm not like the guy in Love and Mercy.
Face to face, Giamatti is a warm, open, and engaging human, nothing like the sociopath doctor he portrayed in Love and Mercy. In The Phenom, Paul admitted he took a completely different approach to portraying a psychologist.
I had a friend who's married to a sports psychologist, so I just talked to her a little bit. And other than that, nothing. That's what I play. They do all kinds of wacky stuff. They'll do anything they can to get you to perform that weird task you're good at, so they'll do all kinds of physical stuff and mental stuff. They're interesting.
Giamatti made it very clear The Phenom will appeal to a diverse audience. It's a sports movie, yet the story quickly reveals real-life issues at the core.
Why is this not just a sports movie?
Really, the sports thing is just, it's not an excuse, but it's a framework for a story about a guy and his father. Is really what it is.
Giamatti's character gets the rookie player to eventually reveal why he isn't living up to his major league potential.
Junior and me have rules.
The real reason the rookie was having issues in the big leagues is because of his overbearing father, who is both physically and mentally abusive.
Don't make me get up and chase you! Do not make me get up and chase you!
Ethan Hawke plays Hopper Gibson's father, Hopper Sr., and told us he loved working alongside Giamatti.
We played two different mentors warring for his soul. I'm the kind of abusive dad, and he's the good angel, and I'm the bad angel.
He's an abusive psychologist in Love and Mercy.
Right, yes, which I thought was great.
I'm like a little scared of him right now.
Yeah, I know. Well, you should be. He's very scary.
Hawke has enjoyed a very successful and diverse film career.
My career as a dramatic actor, I mean, that's what I want to do is, make movies like the ones I grew up on that spoke to me. And I remember one of the first movies that ever rocked my world was One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. And in a way, it's anytime you might say that movie's depressing, but ultimately there's something incredibly liberating about somebody telling you the truth. So I don't find it depressing.
Hawke's portrayal of the hot, hip, artsy guy is forever memorialized in Hollywood movie history.
One of my favorite films of yours, Reality Bites. Is that a fun film? Do you look back on it? You're like,
Totally. I love that movie.
Decades later, Hawke still has those boyish good looks.
you're still just as handsome.
Well, thank you.
You age well, sir.
And Ethan is a real-life father to 4 children.
My oldest 17, going to college. Yeah.
I didn't realize you have a 17-year-old. God bless you.
These days, Hawke admitted he has no issues taking on the dad role.
You've been playing a few dads, though, recently. How does that feel for you?
I love it. That's the interesting thing about acting is it kind of walks you through all the different time periods of life. When I was 18, I was playing high school students, and now I'm playing dads. That's the moment of life I'm in.
Hawke said Noah, the director, was one of the reasons he wanted to be part of the film.
Noah is a real filmmaker. I've been following his movies since his first script. I remember reading that, before he even made a movie. He's really got voice as a writer, and I was knocked out by the script. And the second I read it, I wanted to be in it. And so I'm happy that we're finally getting to show it to people. This will be a movie that, you never know how movies go over when they first come out, but I have a lot of confidence that this will be a movie that over time will find its fans. He's a serious filmmaker.
Being a dad off-screen and on-screen is working for Hawke. Ethan portrayed a dad in Boyhood, the movie which took Hawke and cast 15 years to film, eventually earned him a Best Actor Oscar nom.
How about that? Is that so hard?
Hawke's performance in The Phenom is already stirring up some Oscar buzz, but that didn't seem to faze Ethan, who was more fascinated with the evolution of the movie-making process.
We shot it for about 5-6 weeks in Atlanta. It's the strangest thing about watching the way the industry has changed since I first started acting. Normal movie when I first started, when I did Dead Poets Society was 12, 13 weeks. A 6-week shoot is now a long shoot.
According to Hawke, The Phenom is a movie you want to watch.
I love this movie. The young man Noah Bushell, who directed the movie, has real voice with cinema. I'm proud to be a part of this movie. It's difficult to make a good sports movie, and Noah's done it.
If you're still not sure you want to watch The Phenom, actress Sophie Kennedy-Clarke from Scotland plays the pitcher's girlfriend, and she says there is a real love story in this film.
Well, there's a love story, but I think also there's the fact that in today's world, when kids get incredibly famous very young, and all of a sudden they're not only dealing with the pressures that they have within their family, but also the media and social media, and trying not to buy into all of these things, and it affects you as a person. So the film really touches on the fact that psychologically that can affect a person physically, and that's how it is played out in the movie.
The Phenom hits theaters nationwide June 24th.
I'm trying to teach you about greatness.
You know you wanna